Okay, so let us discuss the hierarchical menu. So all of you can see the hierarchical menu screens now. Rishika, Rupa.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In hierarchical menus, so it is the best example is the websites of if you take any. So for example, our university, which website only today, there he will get a home page and programs and what are the academic related, exam related. So if you want to see any particular things, so that is being segregated properly. So if you want to look at the exam notification, you can go to the exam section, exam menu. Then under the exam menu, there will be so many other sub menus. So similarly, so in Microsoft Word also there are the menu, file, format, and edit, and so many options. So those menus, under those menus, there are n number of sub menus will be defined. So if you want to touch any sub menus, you have to go follow the proper route. For example, this what it refers hierarchical menu is solution when many relationship exist between menu alternatives. So that relationship can be defined and it can be arranged hierarchically. So what are the characteristics of these menus are depth and breadth. So what is the meaning of depth? Depth that refers to number of choice levels. So, what is the reference the breadth? The number of alternative found at each level. For example, in a save, if you go to the file and save as, there again there will be some alternative to save as a PDF or save as a Word or save as a latest Word or something like that. So that refers to the alternative level under the sub level. So what is the so drawback of this is the defined branching order may not fit the user conceptions of the task force. So few of the the students, sorry, the users may not be well versed with the concept of the particular form or particular software. So they may found difficult in the initial stage. So that is the drawback of with respect to the hierarchical menu. So let us look at the next menu. So that is called connected menus. So what is the meaning of connected menus? Here the menus are interconnected in some manner. So one menu to another menu, there will be a interlinkage, and movement through the structure of menu is not restricted to a hierarchical tree. It is not a hierarchical. It's not like hierarchical tree. It is not restricted. So anybody, the movement is possible in either side, in a two-way fashion. And from the user perspective, there is no top-down tracing of the menu system. Here in this connected menu, so user will not understand, perceive that there is a tracing of menu system or something like that. Connected menu system may be cyclical. It may be cycle. In graph theory, you might have learned what is the cycle. Cycle means one. So if you, it is there is no. It's all connected, interconnected. There is no kind of thing like the first one can be reached through the ending. End no. That's cycle one. So what are the advantage here? It gives the user full control over the navigation flow, and the drawback is complexity, and navigation may be scary for new users. For a new users, maybe the movement and the navigation they may found difficult. Next, the event trapping menus. What is the event trapping menus? These menus provides event present background of control over the system state and parameter while the user working on a foreground task. So there will be some set of events that will be defined, and that the user has to feed that particular event. So that will be work as per the the event. So for example, a menu bar and its pull downs. So you might have seen pull downs. What is the meaning of pull down? When you pull the menu, so the down options will be coming. Okay, that you can select one after the other and it can be done. Next function of this menu, so to change immediately some parameter in the current environment, to take the user out of current environment, to perform some function without leaving the current environment. For example, you no need to leave the current page. So you want to work with the the some function of the it's a movement is possible. Movement is possible, and alt tab functionality can be more utilized here to exit the current environment and allow user to move to totally a new environment. So exit is also a possible, and it allows user to move to the new environment. It gives a the feeling of new. So this is with respect to the event tracking menu. So this is all about the we have discussed many varieties of the menus. So start from the simple menu and simple menus, sequential linear menus, simultaneous menu, hierarchical menus, connected menus, and event wrapping. So these are all the 6 varieties of menus that we discussed in the today class. So I hope you all understood about these simple menus, and this is a glimpse of the today classes. And any doubts with respect to this so far? Hope you understand the types of menus. Krupa, Rishika, Apurva.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So now, okay, so let us move to the function of the menus. So we'll quickly complete 2 more concepts of the menus. So what is the function of menus? The function of menus, as you all understood, you in a real-time example, maybe in shopping website, or maybe in our college or university website. Okay, or when you are searching any the particular for technical related websites, so that you might have understood what are the different functions that you come across. First one is navigation to new menu, execute an actions or procedure, displaying information, data or parameter input. So all these can be part of the functions. So okay, for example, you may design a menu for asking a data, or you may design a menu for displaying some information, or you may design a menu to execute an actions or some procedure, or you may design a menu which will navigate to the new menu. These are all the different functions of the menus. So what are the contents of menus? For example, so any menu you take, for example, Microsoft Word file is a menu. File is a menu. Format is a menu. Okay. So what that refers, it has a 4 elements. One is menu context, the title of the menu, and choice description, completion instruction. So these are all the contents of every menu supposed to be. Next, consistency. What is the consistency refers? Consistency means when you are designing a menu, the consistency in font size, color, okay, and the variety you should maintain. For example, you can't use file menu in one font and one format, and the second editor format menu in a different format. That leads to a lot of confusion when the new user or any user for that matter. So it creates a confusion. So consistency plays a major role in designing a menu. So what is the first? Provide consistency in menu formatting, including organization, presentation, and choice ordering. For example, when you are when you are booking a laptop online, so it can't show different, for example, 8 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM in different style. That leads to a confusion, and user may get surprised with this variety and what could be the hidden meaning of this format. Okay, so that all matters a lot. Next, phrasing, including titles, choice description, and instruction. So this also there should be consistency in all these things. Next, while choice selection method also the consistency is to be mentioned, and in navigation schemes also the consistency should be maintained. So this is all about the consistency, and now we'll move to the organization. So what the better way of organizing a menu? So provide a general or main menu. First you provide a main menu. Even in a laptop Windows also there will be a first start button, then programs, under programs many software will be listed like that. Okay. So display all and only relevant alternative, delete or gray out inactive choices. For example, the paste will not be active until you copy. correct, in MS Word. So you can't directly paste without copying. So the paste button will be in inactive state until you copy some text. So that is what it refers. Either you don't provide that option or gray out that inactive choices. Similarly, match the menu structure to the structure of the task. Minimize number of menus levels within limit of clarity, and the number of choices presented on screen with logical grouping limit 18 to 24. With logical groupings, the limit is 4 to 8. So number of choices which you are providing to the, so you being a designer of the graphical interface, you have to follow these rules. Means it should be consistent, it should be display, and it should be minimize the menu level within the limits of clarity, and number of choices you should be provided, and any scrolling never require menus to be explored. This is the last point. Okay, so these points also you need to consider while you are dealing with the different varieties of the menus and designing while you are designing a menu. Okay, so hope you all understood the today class with respect to the menus and menu functions, organization of the functions. Okay. Okay, so we discussed with respect to the menu hierarchies and functions and the menu organization. Any doubts, guys? Suraj, any doubts with respect to today class?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, the same thing will be because some issues was there, so I'll be posting in a YouTube channel. Got it? So, and if you have any queries, you can feel free to comment there or you ask me directly. Okay. So let us close the today class. Rishika?
Yes, sir.
Suraj?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.